I care about Max? Obviously, I'm not gonna be fiending after like a fucking 12-year-old girl.
Hey you guys, so it's Ari Avenger. Obviously I know I have been gone for a hell of a long time, bro. There's been a lot of things happening. I moved. It's actually hot as balls right now, but I'm wearing the Stranger Things sweater because, well, I mean, you know what the video is gonna be about. You know what we're gonna get into. I look like a fucking Stranger Things fanatic. Like, I mean, honestly, this is deadass how I felt about seasons like 2 and 3. It's okay, you're not perfect, but I can fix that. I can fix you. As the whole fucking world knows, Stranger Things seasons 4, part 1 and part 2 have came out, and it is just off the wall, next level type shit. If you can't tell, when Stranger Things first released, I got into it pretty fucking big. I mean, bro, I bought an Eggo fucking purse. I don't doubt that I gave Eggos a lot of my money, because every time, like when season 2 came out, I remember I specifically went to the store just to buy Eggos.
Okay, I moved the filming into my bedroom. Never mind the echo. I don't have any of my furniture yet. I have some of my clothes, obviously. Like I was saying, you know, I have been a huge fan of Stranger Things since the second I freaking saw that little sprinkler ticking in the trailer, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know, the and then it cuts to the boys playing Dungeons and Dragons. Ooh, that shit was fat. Because it came out of nowhere. Like we didn't see it coming. It came out of nowhere. And Stranger Things incorporated so many things that I already loved. Stephen King, the font of the chapters and of like, this is Stephen King's font, bro. The horror elements that were taken from his books and incorporated into season 1, just like, I love that shit. I love 80s. Like, my mom grew up in the 80s, so it was always a big thing for me. The music, the style, everything about it. And I like, it was so good. Season 1 was like everything I never knew I always needed. And then season 2 came out, and then season 3 came out, and then season 4 came out, and bitch, the collapse. I mean, for those of you who have seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Like, you know what I'm talking about. So basically what I wanna do is I wanna go off of just my likes and dislikes of each season, building up to season 4, obviously. You know, now that I think about it, I kind of feel weird if I'm just like talking about it while sitting here. Cause I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I had every intention of like looking like a baddie to film this video, you know, out of just respect to 11, season 3, 11 particularly. So I'm gonna like do my makeup while I talk about each season. But yeah, Ari Avengers, let's assemble. Ooh, it's been a while, bitch. I apologize for moving the camera around as much as I am. It's just, since I am gonna be, I'm just gonna look here. Since I am gonna be doing my makeup, I do feel like it's probably easier if I just film like this. It makes it easier for me. If you don't like it. Stranger Things season 1, like I said, it came out of nowhere. It hit me like a fucking ton of bricks, bitch. It was so good. I was gonna say it's part of my childhood, bitch. I was like 22 when Stranger Things came out. I literally watched this show, at least season 1. I probably watched it like, I would say 8 times within the first month it came out. So a lot of my friends and family hadn't heard of it. Like, they didn't know what it was, and like trying to convince them to watch something that has not been marketed or anything like that, at least not well, was really tough. So my sell to them was, I'll watch it with you. Like, it's that good that I'll literally watch it again with you. And I did. I watched it like I said, like 8 times in the first month it came out. It was just that first episode when Will disappears, he's running from the Demogorgon, and then he goes into his thing, the light flashes, and then poof, he's gone. And you're just like, what the fuck? Like, they give you just enough to make you want to keep watching, that you're just like, what the fuck happened to this kid? Like, well, now I have to keep watching, I have to know. It definitely had me hooked 110%. I will say, I do think season 1 to Stranger Things is perfect. Bro, there was a reason I was not even like hesitant to watch this on 8 different occasions just to convince other friends and family to watch it. Bro, I was saying mouth breather. You couldn't get me to not say that. I even decorated my office with Stranger Things. I did the lights like Joyce and everything. I loved the nostalgia, the 80s nostalgia that it brought out of me. They didn't overdo it in season 1. Like, it was one of those things where the story of Stranger Things just so happened to be a story taking place in the 80s. It was not, you were not bombarded by the fact that it was the 80s. I don't know, like, I remember seeing Nancy at school and seeing, you know, Barb run up to her wearing her outfit, and I was just like, where did they find these actors? Like, they look like the epitome of the 80s. Barb especially, like, her outfit, that freaking collar on her shirt when she was at school, I was like, what the fuck is this? Seeing Mike and Lucas and Dustin, like, just their look, their vibe, like, it was just one of those things where it didn't try hard at all. Whereas one of my bigger complaints in season 2 and 3 is the fact that the whole 80s thing is turned up to 11D4. It's just so fucking in your face. I specifically remember watching season 2, and it was the scene where Nancy and Steve are in his car, and she's helping him go over an essay, and literally they go from playing like one 80s song to playing another 80s song in like the span of like a minute or something. Here I am, rocked you like a hurricane. Woo. I don't know, it was cool, but like, if I was annoyed in season 2 by the 80s songs playing back to back to back in the first episode, imagine when I saw the fucking Starcourt Mall. The way they were dressed too.
Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God, what is that?
I mean, I get it. The 80s keep on coming and they don't stop coming. So yeah, we're gonna see the kids dressed up way more bro, my fucking mirror on this palette broke. It was just one of those things where I was like, okay, like, this is kind of getting annoying to me. One of my other dislikes at the start of season 2, and honestly, this is a dislike all the way up until season 4, the addition of new characters. I feel like the cast of season 1 was perfect. It wasn't too many, it wasn't too little. We were introduced to everybody. There was enough time to give everybody character development. You knew enough about everybody by the time season 1 was done, right? It was perfect. All things in balance, you know, Thanos vibes, as it should be. But when we got to season 2 and we introduced Max and Billy, I'm not gonna hold you guys. I could have given a shit. What's his name? Draker Montgomery or something like that? Okay, yeah, he's fine as hell. He's fine as fuck, cool, yeah, but I already had Steve. It was just one of those things where like I really didn't care about him or Max. Max was just so angsty and like, ugh. I don't know, dude. I did not like her. I did not hit her. And when I finished the whole season, I was like, okay, why were they here? If we would have taken them out of the season, what changes? Literally nothing, bro. Well, I can tell you one thing, Mike and Elle would have fucking reunited sooner. When she left the cabin, she went to the school and she saw Mike and Max. Had Max not been there, 11 would have just walked right in and said, yo, Mike, I'm alive. What's good? You want to go to the snowball? It just would have brought their reunion together that much sooner. I did kind of like that towards the end of the season, you do see Max start to open up. Oh shit. Sorry, you guys, my headphones died and I had Stranger Things playing in the background. Towards the end of the season, Max does open up to Lucas, her life at home and like all the problems with Billy and all that stuff, you know, so we do get a little bit of character development on her end of it. And even when it shows, you know, like Billy's relationship with his dad, you know, we see a lot of why Billy is the way he is and all this stuff. But again, bro, why do I care? What are these kids bringing? Like, what are these dudes bringing to the table other than Draker Montgomery, if that's even how you pronounce his name? I'm not sure, I can't remember. He's hot, like, that's it. Why do I care about Max? Obviously, I'm not gonna be feeding after like a fucking 12-year-old girl. In the moment, it's hard for me to care about either one of them because it's just like, how do they relate to the story? It's not like I knew that Billy and Max's relationship was gonna play a huge part in season 3 and 4 because we hadn't seen them yet. Moving on. Season 3 when it came to addition of new characters. I loved Robin. So here's the thing, I kind of have like my own personal little vendetta against nepotism babies because your life is too easy. Like, it's just not fair. It's just not fair. But Maya Hawke, I absolutely love her. And I love her as Robin. I think she's a great character. She was a great addition. She's how you add a character properly, okay? Oh, going back to season 2, Bob Newby. I love Sean Astin. Like, I think he was great. I did like Bob Newby, but at the same time, like, in the back of my mind, it was like you're a foil, you know? Like, it just feels like you're here kind of to get in between Joyce and Hopper. I liked the idea of Joyce and Hopper. I felt like there was always something there. So when I saw Bob, I was like, oh, what the fuck? I was sad when he died because I just felt like, I mean, I saw it coming. Everybody saw it coming. Why did he stop? Why did he stop running as soon as he got out the doors? Like, bro, you think demodogs don't know how to push open a door? Yeah, fam. I wanted Joyce with Hopper, so he had to go. Sorry, Bob, but you gotta go. I like Robin. They added her perfectly. The fact that they made her gay, because at first when I was watching it, I was just like, she's obviously here to be like a love interest for Steve. She's, you know, a little unconventional. She's different. She challenges him. She's not like other girls. When Steve like confesses at the end of the season that he likes her, and she's like, yeah, sorry, but you don't do it for me, babe. I love that. I love that shit. Like, I felt like it was a cool little plot twist. Carrying on into season 4, I love their dynamic. I love their relationship. I loved the addition of her, and I love that they made her gay. It didn't feel forced. It didn't feel contrived. If anything, I feel like it just worked better to have that it just worked better in the sense that we need Steve to have someone his own age to relate to, not just like the kids all the time, not just Dustin all the time. To me, it works. What the fuck is happening with my eyeshadow, bro? It's fine. It's fine. You're not going anywhere anyways. I love their dynamic, and I love how they added her. And I love that they didn't kill her off, because the Duffer Brothers, they love, oh, let's throw in this new character. Let's make you love them. And then let's kill them. Y'all know who the fuck I'm upset about. Y'all fucking know. I ain't even gotta say it. Plot-wise, season 2. Sorry, you guys. This video is gonna be jumbled and kind of all over the place. I'll try to chop it and edit it in a way that's coherent. But yeah, it was great to see the dynamic established between Hopper and Elle. I love that. You know, it was great seeing the way the group was reacting to Will being back and incorporating him back. It was great seeing like the dynamic of like the boys are getting older now. You know, a new girl's been introduced. And to see how they respond to it, you know, between Dustin and Lucas. Steve's dynamic with Dustin was great. But actual plot-wise, you know, discussing the actual Upside Down and 11, I felt like the story was just very weak. The stuff that they did with Will, having the mind flare, like, take him over and everything, I'm not gonna lie. When it showed, like, everything that Bob had told Will kind of playing back in Will's head as he like went to finally challenge the mind flare and not run away from it and not be afraid. A part of me was like, is Bob bad? Like, is he evil? I don't know. It just gave like evil vibes. Like, the music was very ominous and everything. And I was like, not Bob Newby. You're supposed to be the good guy. But I don't know. That's the vibe I got. I don't know if anybody else felt that way. I just didn't like the way it was handled, like Elle defeating the mind flare, I guess. It just felt very like anticlimactic, you know, like she went on her little fucking journey. We're not even gonna touch on what is the train wreck of episode 7. We don't talk about episode 7. Episode 7 is the Uncle Bruno from Encanto. That is episode 7. It was just very anticlimactic, you know, like Elle sticks out her hand, screams, and then closes the gate, and there it is, you guys. Like, that's the end of it. Like, that's it. That was lame. That was very lame. Also, never mind my eyebrows. I got them microbladed and they're like peeling, but we're just gonna choose to ignore that, okay? You know, she's just like, the portal closes and boom, she saves everybody. They go to the snowball, they dance, they kiss, whatever, it's over. And then like the camera does this thing where like it flips or whatever to the Upside Down, and it shows us that like the mind flare is not gone. Like, he's actually pretty fucking pissed, and now he's like literally stalking 11 as every step you take by the police plays in the background. How fitting. he's fucking got his eye on Elle. Like, he's just like, I'm coming for you, bitch, every step you take. Oh, that's what I was gonna say about season 2. I felt like season 2 was really just, it was just more of the same. Like, it was everything that made season 1 great, but like to a lesser extent. Like, yes, it was bigger, but it was not bigger in a way that was better. It was like bigger, but it was literally just the same shit as season 1. The lights in season 1 was literally the equivalent to Will's map all over the wall in season 2. Barb died in season 1, Bob dies in season 2. Like, bro, you can't even give them names that start with different letters. Elle literally destroys the evil in the exact same way. Well, not in the exact same way. Obviously, she like vaporized the Demogorgon, and then she like closed the gate so the Mind Flayer couldn't invade Hawkins anymore. But in the same manner, you know, like literally screams and holds her hand out, just like on my shirt. Like, bro, this is how she did it. This is how she solved both problems in season 1 and 2. It felt redundant. Like, I could literally see everything that they were taking from season 1 and trying to incorporate it into season 2 again, and it didn't do it for me. Season 3, we come back, and obviously like they introduced the Star Court Mall, and I have to be honest, season 3 is probably the season that I remember the least, because it was good, but nah. I'm gonna just go real quick down the list of like new characters that I can even remember. Robin, love her. Erica Sinclair, absolutely hate her. I understand that she's meant to be annoying, which is just a true testament to how well the actress plays the character, because my fucking god, she's just a little too sassy. I don't know, fam, just something about her. She was an annoying addition to me. Although I will admit, the girl is extremely smart, because she was over here talking about capitalism and shit, and I'm over here taking notes, because sis, I just don't know. I'm trying to think of who else they added. Oh, Alexi. There's so many people that I see that they're just like, Alexi deserved more. I'm like, bro, who? To be honest, I don't really think any part of season 3 appealed to me. At that point, I was just watching it because I'm a Stranger Things fanatic and I'm invested. I love that Mrs. Wheeler, like, you can literally see her progression in fashion as the years go on. Each season she's styling a different trend for that year, and it's absolutely hilarious to me. Obviously she's gonna like do herself up and try to like stick with the trends to spice up her boring ass life with her boring ass husband. Ted is the worst. Like, girl, get a divorce. She's a terrible mother. This bitch had no fucking idea what's going on with her kids, ever. But I love her for just her style. Mrs. Wheeler has better fashion sense than her own fucking daughter, because Nancy dresses like, I don't even want to talk about it. I know season 3 was trying to do like a whole invasion of the body snatchers thing, which was cool. You know, the closest I've ever gotten to even knowing about the context of the invasion of the body snatchers is watching The Faculty, because I know The Faculty was like also based off of that same source material. I get the concept. I've seen The Faculty, close enough, bitch. Billy getting taken by the Mind Flayer, honestly, could not have cared less. Towards the end of the season, it was kind of like heart-wrenching, just because you could see Billy was still in there. I mean, you could tell Billy was in there from the beginning. Billy is, you know, at the core, like, he's a shitty person, but he's not a bad human being. Like, he's not evil. Obviously, you could tell Max was, like, kind of going through it when she realized that Billy was the Mind Flayer. Like, but it was just one of those things where I'm like, your relationship has been set up with Billy to be so toxic. Am I really supposed to believe that, like, well, I mean, I guess, you know, it's her brother. Even though she hates him, like, she doesn't want him to die or, like, be taken over by, like, this monster, this demon or whatever. That's another thing, too, I will say. The Mind Flayer's, like, physical form, like, bro, why was I more scared of him when he was just, like, dust? I just didn't think the CGI was that good. I'm being awfully critical for somebody who can barely use, like, Adobe Photoshop, but I don't know, I like the Demogorgon, and I think the Demogorgon was done at times with practical effects, if I'm not mistaken, and to me that just made the quality of it so much better. Like, I absolutely loved the Demogorgon in season 1. I don't think there's anything else about season 3, because to be honest, season 3 is just, it's that forgettable to me. I will say I know I enjoyed it more than season 2. It kind of pissed me off what they did with Mike's character in season 3. One of the things that just seemed very out of character to me, especially for Mike, was the scene where he's with Elle in her bedroom and Hopper goes in there to give him, you know, like their little heart-to-heart talk that Joyce was encouraging him to have. And Mike is just being an absolute disrespectful little biatch. He like whispers something to Elle, and then like him and Elle laugh at Hop. Yo, I almost caught a case. Because don't do that. That is so disrespectful. So when I saw Mike do it to Hopper, it was literally triggering for me. And I was so damn happy that Hopper put Mike in his little arrogant ass place. When he got in that truck with Mike to take him home and he was like,
I'm gonna drive you home. And I'm gonna speak. And you're going to listen. And then maybe by the end of it, maybe if you're lucky, maybe I will continue to allow you to date my daughter.
Because he just went from dad to zaddy. It was giving authority. It was giving yes. It was just so wild to me because it's just like season 1 Mike would have never, ever done something like that. You're literally built like a toothpick and you're just out here willing to risk it all just to get Elle to laugh, you know, by being disrespectful to her dad. Like, fam, this is not the way. We can move on to season 4 now. I think I'm ready to talk about season 4. Season 4! Bitch! They almost fixed everything that had been going wrong with Stranger Things in regards to seasons 1 and 3. In regards to seasons 2 and 3. They didn't fix everything, unfortunately. Argyle, get rid of him. I hated Argyle. And I'm sorry, but I've seen way too many YouTubers talking about how they liked him. He adds nothing. What's up, bro chachos? Can you fucking not? Like, can you just not? Erica, she just hits a little different in season 4, and I fuck with the vibes. I really don't think they changed anything about her character. For whatever reason, I just like the girl more in season 4. Eddie Munson. It's still too soon for me to talk about how they did my boy Eddie. I guess it's because his name didn't start with a B that I thought he was safe. I thought Eddie was safe. The thing that kills me about them killing Eddie is that, like, Eddie was like another Robin. Like, it was literally the perfect way to introduce a new character. We start off the season and we're following Chrissy Cunningham, you know, Hawkins High Queen cheerleader B with like a heart of gold and everything. And she's talking to Eddie. And it's like, well, what would this cute cheerleader that's like on the right side of the tracks be talking to this fucking metalhead for? And then we see her die in the most horrific way I've ever, like the most horrific thing I've seen on television in a while was Chrissy's death. All of a sudden we know Eddie was there, Eddie's from the wrong side of the tracks, Eddie's gonna get accused and blamed for this, and instantly you're invested in my boy Eddie. His scene with Chrissy, they had such good chemistry and it breaks my heart. We won't get to see any more or anything else with them. Like, I'm truly devastated for that fact because I just fucking love them so fucking much. I fell in love with both of them. I definitely fell in love with Eddie, his fine ass. Gosh. Sheesh. That's another thing. I feel like Stranger Things season 2 and season 3 were lacking severely in the horror element. The biggest thing that drew me to Stranger Things season 1 was the fact that we didn't know anything about the Upside Down. We didn't know what the Demogorgon even was. We didn't even know what he looked like yet, you know, until like, I don't even know what episode, but it's pretty deep in, like balls deep into season 1 when you actually see what the Demogorgon looks like and how his face opens up and everything. I feel like we lost a lot of that in season 2 and season 3. Season 4 opening with Chrissy's death like that, bro, because we didn't know what the fuck that was. And then when they introduced like the curse of Vecna, that's what we name our villain in this season, Vecna. I definitely like the fact that the Duffer Brothers stuck with the D&D mythology and everything like that. That was definitely something that I appreciated them carrying. I don't know how I feel about 11 going all fucking Carrie on that girl's face. I mean, did she deserve it? Hell yeah, you know? And I love the way she like walked up with the roller skate and said, Angela, and she like threw her head back right before she did it. At the same time, 11 baby, like, we can't just go like killing people we don't like. Angela's a bitch, yeah, like, just be passive aggressive until she gets an eating disorder. That is terrible. Oh my god. You guys, forget I said that. Do not cancel me. It's totally a fucking joke. It was great in season 1 when you see everybody discovering pieces of the puzzle, and then at the end they all come together, share their knowledge, and you're just like, yes, finally everybody's together. Everybody knows everything. Like, we're gonna get to the bottom of this. But then they use that same formula every season, and it just gets kind of irritating, especially because at the end of season 3, you know, Joyce and the Byers family and Jane, well, 11, Jane, they moved to California, and you know that they're gonna have to bring them back. So that's irritating as fuck. I'm not gonna lie, the introduction of Susie in season 3 with the never ending story thing, it felt like I was watching a completely different show. I love the never ending story. I hated her and Dustin singing that. I don't know who that was for. It sure the fuck wasn't for me. Also, I feel like 11 and Mike's relationship is not, it just doesn't seem like good anymore. I'm not as invested in their relationship as I was in seasons 1 and 2. I just don't feel like they mesh anymore. He just feels so out of place in the story now. Like, what do you do, Mike? I felt like he was the leader in the beginning. Will tried to say he was like the heart of the group in season 4. He went on that whole little tangent about how Mike is so essential to the party. I'm just like, really? Because I haven't been feeling that for quite a bit. I found myself more invested in Lucas and Max's relationship, and that should tell you a lot because I fucking hate Max. But I don't know, like, I just really liked their relationship, and I liked that Lucas was so caring about her in the face of like her just shooting him down and being like, I'm fine, leave me the fuck alone. And Lucas is like, no, you're not fine. He knows her and he knows something's wrong. Meanwhile, Elle literally has been lying to Mike all summer, and Mike has no clue at all. Like, bro, you can't tell when she's lying to you. You can't tell when something's actually wrong with her. Joyce and Murray going to Russia. Oh my god, I just realized I haven't talked about Murray at all as an additional character to the show. I like Murray. He's cool. I liked him when he was introduced in season 2, and I've continued to like him. I don't feel like he's the best way to add a new character to an already established ensemble cast, but I'll take it. But his storyline with Joyce, not my favorite. The only reason I even like it is because I love David Harbour, and anything that has to do with getting my mans back into the plot thread, I'll take it. It just felt like it dragged a little, and I was constantly ready to like get back to Hawkins. Honestly, what was going on at Hawkins between Nancy, Eddie, the Dustin, Lucas, Max, all that shit, that was where season 4 was fucking at, bro. Anything that had to do directly with Vecna was so good. When Elle went with Dr. Brenner, and I forget the other doctor's name, I just found out that he was like the other lead in Mad About You. I used to watch Mad About You. I'm older than I look. Her whole little side thing with Dr. Brenner and everything, like, it was definitely cool to go back and see all the other numbers and all the other children that were involved in the experiments. It was cool to find out what happened with them. But that story thread for me kind of dragged a little bit too. If it wasn't for the fact that it led up to the epic fucking reveal, I probably would have hated that storyline, but it was just... The payoff was 100% there. The Victor Creel stuff definitely threw me for a loop, which is one of the best things that I think Stranger Things had yet to honestly do, was like a really good plot twist. When we were watching 11 in these like memories and stuff, I feel like we all had an inkling that this like caretaker that's talking to 11 in her memories was one. I knew who the actor was immediately when I saw him because hello, I'm a twihard. Like I recognized him from the Volturi. Like, you're a good actor. You've been in major motion pictures. I think he was in Sweeney Todd too, which I've never seen Sweeney Todd. Don't come for me. So why do you have him playing like a caretaker? Like, you're gonna play a bigger role, because there's no way we would cast you for like a tiny ass little fucking role. He's gotta be one. But when they introduced the story of Victor Creel in the Hawkins plotline, it would have never fucking occurred to me that one was Victor Creel is Vecna. Like, bitch, I had no fucking clue. And that was something we hadn't had from Stranger Things in ever, I don't think. I don't think there's ever been a plot twist like that in Stranger Things that was revealed to us, the audience, that we didn't already know. And then when you find out that not only is Victor Creel Vecna, or Victor Creel one that is Vecna, you find out that he is the one responsible for orchestrating everything. He is the Mind Flayer. Like, everything makes so much sense. And I'm like, yo, Duffer Brothers. Because I know y'all didn't have this shit planned out. Y'all did not know where you were going with this. Y'all did not know where you were going with this. Are they that smart? Like, are they that ingenious? But then I think they did do Stranger Things 1, and Stranger Things 1, as we know, is perfect. One thing that I will say, and this is probably like a hot take, but I noticed a lot of the YouTubers that I watched, they all talk about how much they love that one scene, that one shot. It's the kids riding the bikes in Hawkins, and then it cuts to the teenagers riding the bikes in the Upside Down. I don't really care. Is it a great shot? Yes, it is. But if you actually look back, it's a shot they've used many a times. Season 2, when Hopper falls into the tunnels that have been created by the Mind Flare in the Upside Down. The end of season 2, when they're at the snowball, the camera flips and then you see the Mind Flare is watching them at the snowball from the Upside Down. Was it executed very well? Yes, it was. But it's not like, okay, you guys, like, we get it. They're in the Upside Down and it's parallel to our world and it's this and it's that. If there's one thing that I will give them credit for that was a unique shot, was the shot where Dustin and Max and all of them go to Eddie's house and they find the portal where Chrissy was killed, and you see that shot of like Eddie and Steve and Nancy and Robin in the Upside Down looking at the portal in Eddie's trailer, and the kids looking at them upside down in Hawkins, flipping the camera upside down to let us know that we're in the Upside Down. Like,
it's been done.
we've seen it, love. It's not new. Eddie Munson. Let me make myself clear. Joseph Quinn is an attractive man, yes. But I don't like Joseph Quinn. I want Eddie Munson, and I'm devastated. It's like being in love with an anime character because you know it. He doesn't exist. I think it was absolutely, like, just tragic, the fact that he had to go out with his name not being redeemed. Everybody thinks that he still killed Chrissy. Jason was annoying. I'm glad he got 50-50'd. I was not sad to see the kid go, because my goodness. What else? What else about season 4? Oh my goodness, how could I forget? Season 4. I like Max, you guys. I genuinely like Max. I love the girl. She must be protected at all costs. Season 4 fixed Max for me. I didn't realize that I liked Max in season 4 until that scene. And yes, you guys know the scene I'm talking about. We're running up that hill. We're running, bitch. Like, wait, how does the song go? I'm running up that hill. I'm running up that building. We're running up that bill. We're running up that bill, dumbass. Yeah, I didn't realize it until that exact scene. It was when she actually got lifted into the air, and I realized that she was about to be fucking contortioned up the ass. She was literally like maybe seconds away. I was freaking out, and that was when I was like, dude, I like Max. I don't want her to die. And I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I cried. Like, I teared up. My heart was like, oh, just a flutter of anxiety. I was a mess. Like, oh my God, is she gonna make it? Is she gonna make it? Is she gonna make it? Boom, camera cuts to black. And then she falls and they hold her, and her fear, but her relief all at the same time, her clutching onto Lucas's arms, Lucas holding her, all of them holding her. And it was just very reminiscent of the scene where Mike and Elle are hugging each other and Dustin hugs them in season 1, and they're just all hugging each other, and you see like the friendship between them. That scene with Max, very reminiscent of that same scene in season 1, particularly when they're all like holding each other when she like falls down and breaks out of Vecna's like control. There's rumors going around that Will's gay. Yeah, I think he is. That's all I gotta say about that. The end of season 4, when Will grabbed the back of his neck, all that, when he could feel like the Upside Down, I definitely feel like Will is going to play a very, very vital part in season 5, which, like, about fucking time, because the boy's literally just been grabbing the back of his neck and like moping. It's literally all they've given him to do, like, for the past 2 seasons. So I'm excited for him to actually play something like an important part in the plot again. Season 3 definitely didn't really give Will much to do, and then season 4 he didn't really have much to do either. What do I think they're gonna do? Where do I feel the series is gonna go? I have absolutely no idea. I didn't think the series was gonna go here. Oh, before I forget too, I watched Stranger Things with my best friend, right? And as soon as we started watching it, like, he picked up on like the Freddy Krueger elements in it like almost immediately. Don't ask me what the actor's name is, I can't remember, but the guy who played Freddy Krueger, when we saw him as Victor Creel, we were like, holy shit, like that was fucking perfect. For where I feel the story is gonna go after the fact, I have no clue. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know. I've been watching people say that they're gonna incorporate time travel. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I'm not like the biggest fan of that. I mean, if they do that, cool, but like I'm not the biggest fan of it. The Upside Down has finally broken into Hawkins. I'm wondering if Elle has like healing powers, if she like healed Max. They've stuck with like a lot of the Dungeons and Dragons stuff, and in season 1 they always said, or in season 2 they said it as well, that Elle was their mage, and I know mages are like able to heal and stuff like that. Kind of feels like a cop-out, but I mean, go off. This was so unorganized and like discombobulated. This was definitely a discombobulated review of seasons 1 through 4. Sorry if it's a little bit to track. This is kind of just how my mind works. I just kind of wanted to like make this video while Stranger Things season 4 is still relevant and trending, because your girl needs more views and subscribers. Especially because I've been gone for fucking months already. And on top of that, it is Stranger Things. It's not like it's not something that I fucking love anyways. So making a review on it is literally the easiest thing ever. It would have been a lot easier if I had taken notes, but I just figured, let's just freeball this one, all right? So that's what we did. We freeballed this. I know that everybody has their own opinion, but I genuinely feel like my ranking of the seasons is the only correct one. And if you have a different opinion, I'm sorry, but you're just wrong. If I had to rank seasons 1 through 4, which I've heard some people say that they think season 3 is the best season. I don't know if you thought this was a safe place to share that, but it wasn't. Keep that to yourself, because that's honestly so embarrassing. If I had to rank all 4 seasons, I would say it goes season 1, season 4, season 3, and then season 2. Season 2 and 3, I'm sorry, they're just significantly weaker. Season 2 because it's redundant and I didn't like the addition of Max and Billy. Season 3 because I still don't like the addition of Max and Billy. The story's a little bit boring. We already know what the enemy is. Like, it didn't really do much. And then I didn't like the Russia plot lines and stuff. Like, that is my ranking. All right, you guys, face beat. I mean, my hair looks like shit, but it's fine. I'm not going anywhere anyways. I just felt more comfortable if I did my makeup while we were talking. So yeah, I hope you guys liked my discombobulated review of seasons 1 through 4 of Stranger Things. If you were even able to follow all that, thank you. Like, thanks for going on this ride with me through what is my mind that like just jumps from thing to thing to thing. I know I've been gone for a really long time, but I am back and I am going to do my best to make at least 2 videos a month. I'm starting school again as well, so that's kind of gonna slow me down a little bit. Well, I mean, not any slower than I've been. I haven't been putting out anything for the past like 3 months. To my little following that I have that I hope builds, thank you for still being here. Thank you for watching, and like and subscribe, and Aria Ventures disassemble.